afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday. I don't know how I'm going to even get back over here. I've put all the shopping where I stand. It's Monday, it's shopping day, of course. We've been to Sainsburys. It's also just gone pick up the kids from school time, and I've got to go out to pick up Felicity from club in half an hour. So I'm hoping to get this vlogged in that time. Kev's home, so he's going to put it away as we go, as usual. We've been to Sainsburys, and I'm looking at what we've got fresh wise, and it's actually heartbreaking how little food you get for your money. So without telling you the total until the very end, it's over budget, and we're one meal short because we don't know what we're going to be doing on Sunday because it's Kev's weekend off. So part of us thinks roast dinner, and then the other part of us thinks, but what if we go out and do something for the day? So we said we'll get Sunday's dinner nearer to Sunday when we know what we're going to be doing. So we're one meal short, so there's only 6 dinners here, and it is heartbreaking how little you can buy for your money now. And it doesn't matter that it's from Sainsbury's and not from Aldi, because I went to Aldi the other day and spent £70, and looking at the prices in Aldi in comparison to the prices that I pay after discount, there isn't any real difference between Aldi and Sainsbury's, apart from some items that I do pick up in Sainsbury's, like super noodles, packets of pasta, what other bits do I, barbecue sauce, like those sorts. There's a couple of items that are marginally cheaper in Aldi than what they are in Sainsbury's, but not enough to make shopping in Aldi any different to Sainsbury's when you've got quality discount like we have. So I'm going to show you what we've got. I'm going to tell you what meals I've bought for, and then I'll tell you the price, and I think you'll be as shocked as we are. So as always, there's not a great deal of frozen. We've just got 2 boxes of these cornettos for dessert one day. I picked up a box of cola lollies because they were reduced to 70p. Some chicken goujons. I usually buy the steaks, but they didn't have any. These are £2.50 for 16, which is plenty to make some chicken wraps for lunch boxes. Just got some peas, some butternut squash, because that's just handy to have in the freezer, and 2 pizzas, and that's everything for frozen. This is everything for fresh, just this here. So we've got 3 milks. I've upped it to 3 because we seem to be going through milk like there's no tomorrow at the moment. Protein shakes, and Jamie and Brooke have cereal most mornings. So yeah, 3 milks. And we went for this size chicken because it worked out cheaper for the amount of chicken we needed. We were stood there doing the maths, adding up the weight and the price. Dates also aren't great this week, 4th of March, so it doesn't even get us to the weekend. So some of this is going to have to go in the freezer. But we've got 3 packs of 640 grams. So 1 plus 1 breast from that is going to do tonight's dinner, which is chicken and mushroom stroganoff, and what's left we'll be doing homemade Chinese on the weekend, which will be a bit of chicken curry, some sweet chili chicken, and then there'll be a chow mein, some egg fried rice. It'll all be like made from scratch, but there'll be enough Chinese to feed everyone. However, I did want to do sweet chili beef, and I forgot to pick up the beef strips, but when I tell you the price, it's not as if it would have even fitted within the budget, which is definitely, I think, going to have to go up. Now, Sainsbury's have also changed their packaging. They are 55% less plastic on their mince packaging, which is obviously brilliant, but it makes the mince look disgusting. But we know it's just because it's vacuum packed. It's not that the mince is horrible. It's exactly the same. It says it's exactly the same product. It's just in new packaging. So hats off to Sainsbury's for saving on plastic, but it just takes a little bit of getting used to. We all obviously know what we know best, and that just looks different. But anyway, we've got 120% fat mince with a pork mince, and that's going to do the mozzarella stuffed meatballs that the children enjoyed last time we made them. Got the mozzarella somewhere for that as well, and that's going to be Saturday night's dinner because we're going out for Riley's birthday to the trampoline park, so we're going to have to do an early tea, so we're going to do that Saturday afternoon. I've got some bacon for bacon paninis, sandwiches, etc., although I forgot to buy paninis. I can't believe I've done that. I've forgotten to buy paninis, Kev. This mince is to make cottage pie, so there's a 1 kilogram there for cottage pie. Got some of these corners for pudding one day, so there's 6 of those, and also 6 chocolate mousses. There's 1 for each child. And then chorizo slices for the paninis that I haven't bought. Some of Riley's favourite pasta for him to have for lunch one day or on the weekend. Some cheese and onion rolls. Cheese was on my prices for £2.44, so I did pick up 2 blocks because it's normally, well, it's about £3.50 a block now. It's got so expensive, so whilst it was on offer, we picked up 2 blocks. I've got the usual milkshakes, 2 packs of those, and 1 pack of smoothies for lunch boxes for the rest of the week. Baby Bells was the only cheeses they had on offer. The girls haven't had these for ages. They usually obviously have cheese strings or dairy strip cheeses. So those are a bit of a change for them. I'm pretty sure they like them. But you get 12 for £2.50, so they're not too bad in price. Baby Bells, there you go, Sienna likes them. And then I've got a baking block to make some cookies, creme fraiche, which is for tonight's stroganoff, 2 balls of mozzarella for the meatballs, 1 pack of wildlife yogurts because I've still got some in the freezer. Kev went down to our local shop the other day and they had several packs of these reduced to 44p, so he bought what was left, which I think was about 4 packs, and put them in the freezer. So that's just for the rest of the lunch boxes for the week. And then both me and Kev had one of these each because they were on my prices, and I just fancied trying this Tom Parker. It often crops up as being on my prices, free range milkshake. I drank mine. Mine was really nice. I enjoyed it. Kev wasn't so keen, so he said that Sienna can finish it when she finishes school. They were on my prices for 88p, whereas they're usually £1.25. And that is everything that I bought for Fresh, which I think is absolutely terrible. Then on to tin stuff. I've got the usual 4 baked beans. I picked up these. These were on offer for £4 for 4 tins of tuna. That will stock us up for a little while because I do tuna pasta for them probably once a week for their lunch boxes. Peach slices. Kev said, I used to love these when I was a child. I said, my mum used to give me them with evaporated milk, and I think I'm scarred for life. But he said, I'm going to try Sienna on them, see if she likes them. So just some peach slices in syrup, 2 tins of spaghetti hoops, because we haven't had any of those for a while. Sweet corn, just 1 tin of that goes in with the tuna pasta. Kev also said, oh, ravioli, I've not had that for a long time. So he picked up some of that for himself. And then I've got some bamboo shoots and water chestnuts for the Chinese. Gravy granules, hoisin sauce, again needed to top up on that in the Chinese ingredients department in our cupboard. Bottles, I've just got 1 small bottle of Pepsi Max, a big bottle of water that Kev picked up. I've picked up 3 of these flavoured waters for myself. I've already drunk half of one. Don't know what it is today. I just absolutely cannot quench my thirst. This was new, I think. I've never seen it before. Apple, watermelon and strawberry juice drink. I told you I'd shown you all the frozen stuff. I can't have done because I had 2 bags of frozen smoothie mix. Did you put them in the freezer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't vlog them. Anyway, there was 2 bags of smoothie mix as well. And I thought I'm going to try this apple, watermelon and strawberry juice with when I make smoothies. Apple, no, not apple, orange, lemon and pineapple squash. That gave me loads of extra points. And then Kev picked up this. He said, boost vitamin B6, and apparently it helps with fatigue. So he said it was on offer. That's what made him see it. It was on a special price. He said, should we give this a try? So gonna give it a go. Some oil, 4 tins of or cartons of chopped tomatoes with herbs. Basmati rice, picked up 4 packs of this because they don't often have it. It's usually a gap. The shelves are normally completely cleared out. This is more expensive now than what it used to be, and it's more expensive than Aldi even after my discount, but not by a huge amount. These are 50p a pack. So after discount, they're 45. In Aldi, they're 35. I noticed the other day. They used to be 35 in Sainsburys, and they've put them up in price. But I've got 4 of those. Going to try these Sherwood's noodles. We usually buy the Sainsburys own ones, but Kev doesn't like them. That's Kev just throwing everything out the cupboard. Kev doesn't enjoy them, so he said, let's try these ones instead. I then picked up, or Kev picked up 2 of these Mediterranean-inspired roasted vegetables. I needed Italian seasoning, and there's only a couple of supermarkets that actually sell it, and one of them is Morrison's, and I'm not going to Morrison's anytime soon, but one of the meals this week is going to be vegetable risotto, so that is just the perfect seasoning for doing that. Also picked up the garlic and herb wedges just to put it in the cupboard because this is really nice. And when we have wedges next, we know we've got that. And then to go with the risotto, we're going to have flatbreads, and we're going to make them from scratch because they're so expensive. Like the tear and share breads, even on offer, are £2 a bread. And I said to Kev, well, how expensive is it to make it yourself? You know, it's only some garlic puree and like cheese and butter. So that pack was £1. So we're just going to try making our own flatbreads. It's got some mayo and salad cream that needed adding back to the cupboard, and tomato ketchup and chocolate spread. They didn't have chocolate spread last week, so I've allowed them to have it this week because they'll eat the whole jar in a week. Cereals, we've got another blast from the past. Who remembers Alpen when you were a child? We used to always have Alpen when I was little. That was on offer. Kev picked up. There's a lot of Kev picked this up. Kev picked that up today. Kev's hungry. I've got some chocolate hazelnut squares and some honey nut cornflakes. 2 of these packs of sweet chili rice crackers because they're good to have a nibble on and they're low calorie. The reason Kev is hungry is because he is given up his vape. So he's vaped since he used to smoke, and when he had his pacemaker fitted, if you're new here, he's got a pacemaker, which is coming up to 10 years ago, he started vaping, and he's now attempting and on day 4 of giving up his vape, which means he's continuously hungry. I mean, he's going to keep the local shop in business with just the amount of chewing gum he keeps buying, but there's a few bits and bobs that I keep saying, like, Kev, put that in, because Kev's starving, and I thought this sort of stuff is stuff that he can snack on when he's got cravings. On to lunchbox stuff. We've got 2 packs of animal biscuits. They're on my prices for 80p, so 72p after discount. These were on my prices for £1.88 a box for the Yo-Yo Bears, so I've got those. I only ever buy this sort of fad stuff if it's on offer. 2 packs of Fox's sandwich, not Fox's, the non-Fox's sandwich biscuits. They're nicer than Jammy Dodgers and all the branded ones. Got 2 blocks of white and 2 blocks of milk chocolate to go in the baking cupboard because Summer likes to make brownies. Some brunch bars and some go-ahead bars. Some of these 50-calorie wafer thingies. Bought these last week for the girls to try. They didn't like them, but Summer did like them, so I picked up some more of those for her. However, when I ate the one that Sienna wouldn't, you know, she had a nibble of and said she didn't like it, I pulled out the inlay in my tooth. So now it's going to cost me a dentist appointment. So I don't really like these. I should have bought any more of them. Horrible things. Jammy tarts, gave me an extra 50 points. However, I remember when these were really cheap. They were now £1.15 for 6 jam tarts, which is extortionate. Yeah, Riley does love them, but you can make them a lot cheaper, but who's got time for that? Well, I should really, as I'm not at work at the moment, but I don't know where my weeks go, but they still seem to race by. Digestive biscuits, rich tea biscuits and custard creams, because our kids love a boring biscuit. Bread, we've got some seeded. Felicity had some of this the other day as toast, and she said she really enjoyed it, so she could help. Me and Kev were saying, like, what we should do is half it and put half in the freezer, because me and Kev buy it because we like it. We have a sandwich each and then the rest of it gets wasted, but Felicity likes it, so that's someone else extra to eat up that bread. White bread for everyone else. Tortillas, I've just got 1 packet of those because I've got some left over that I bought in Aldi the other day. And crisps, some sour cream and chive, same as last week because they're still on offer. Kev liked these jumbo rings, just an assortment, and some mini cheddars. And that's everything for cupboards, biscuits, crisps. And that's Sienna singing Matilda. So I'm going to put all this away, and then I've got the fruit and veg and non-food. Then on to vegetables. I've got 2 bags of potatoes, 1 for mash tonight to go with stroganoff and 1 for cottage pie. 2 bags of carrots, 1 bag of sweet potato, chestnut mushrooms to go in, Sienna, 1 bag of crisps, chestnut mushrooms to go in the stroganoff, and then ordinary mushrooms for all the other meals this week. I've got a courgette and peppers. They get cut up into the risotto. I've got 2 cucumbers, an iceberg lettuce, onions, spinach. Spinach also goes in the risotto. Grapes, strawberries, raspberries somewhere. There should be a punnet. Oh, they're underneath the strawberries. Punnet raspberries. 1 bag of apples, 2 bags of oranges, a bunch of bananas. I will need to get some more vegetables and fruit for the weekend because, like I said, we don't know what we're having to eat on Sunday yet. And then non-food items, I've just got some toothpaste, some bathroom spray and some toilet jug. I have, oh, and fairy liquid and toilet roll. There you go. I had missed a few things off. So that was all I needed for non-food. The dog's got loads of food because my mum gives him what her dog doesn't eat off of her tail subscription, and I didn't need any washing powder because I bought some in Aldi. So that's everything, and here is my receipt. And it came to, oh, actually also there is, I'm gonna whisper, 8 Easter eggs that were £2 each, so after discount was £14.40. They're going straight up into the attic, otherwise I'll eat them. But yeah, 8 Easter eggs because they're currently on offer for £2 each for the larger ones. And it came to a grand total of £176.56, colleague discount of £17.65, bringing it down to £158.91. If you take off the £14.40 on Easter eggs, it is just underneath our budget of 150. However, I had only budgeted 130 because I did 70 in Aldi only. Like, what day did I go to Aldi? 2 days ago. 2 or 3 days ago I went to Aldi and spent 70 quid. So I was like, 130 for this week's shopping? No, that did not happen. So that is how much we've spent. Race out and pick up Felicity. She's just going back in the house. She's in a mood with me because she thought I was going to go and buy her earrings today and I haven't. But anyway, I feel like that shopping was a lot of money, and it wasn't a lot of money because we bought anything extra or anything, you know, like overly treat wise. It was just the sheer fact that it has got so expensive. I was saying to Kev, like, if you looked back at our food shopping videos from like 6 weeks ago, even, you know, as little as 6 weeks ago, we were able to buy pasties. Like, I was buying like the chicken tikka slices. There's Kev, he's probably wondering what I'm doing. He's just putting some recycling out. He didn't just randomly walk out of the house, look at me and go back in. The recycling boxes are down there. Yeah, I was buying like chicken tikka slices and lots more yogurts and lots more fresh produce than what I'm getting now. And it was coming to the same amount of money. So I think we're going to have to put up the shopping budget. If I don't spend it all every week, then happy days. But I think I need to allow myself to have a bigger budget each week. So I'm thinking maybe like 170, which I guess still isn't bad when you're feeding the amount of people that we're feeding. And because we always like to eat, you know, we like our meals to be cooked from scratch, meat and veg. We don't really do any convenience meals. Although I don't think convenience food is even any cheaper. I think sometimes convenience food is even more expensive. So it is expensive, isn't it? Just the cost of food is just expensive. End of the day, that's what it is. So yeah, anyway, that's how much today's shopping cost. I'm now going to go back in the house and get on with the rest of today, which is cooking the dinner. By the time I get to bed on a Monday, I'm sick of the sight of food. I'm sick of shopping for it, cooking it, talking about it. Yeah, but thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week in next week's shopping video, or probably tomorrow in our normal videos. Thank you for watching, guys.